thinking outside your financial comfort zone and changing your money blueprint. All of us have a money blueprint, so to speak. It's exactly the same as how our neurology, so when we're born, we've got a bunch of like gray matter in our brains that forms and creates neural circuits based on our experiences, based on using our body, based on our environment, and we essentially entrain or learn how to function our body and engage with the external environment through the development of neurological patterning. We also neurally hardwire in points of view, realities, energies, attitudes, experiences with money. So let's say that you grew up in a household where money was like this incredible source of stress, where your parents were really stressed about money, or there wasn't enough money, or the overall vibe around money was that specific energy, stress, negativity, upset, you know what I mean? We will perceive that energy, and it might be stuff that is just sort of like in the psychic space of our household. And it also might be based on stuff that our parents or the adults or people in the environment are saying. They could be saying that money is difficult, or they're tight on money, or they don't have enough money, or you're too expensive, or, you know, et cetera, et cetera. There could be verbal cues of a money reality, and then there's a whole bunch of energetic cues of a money reality, or the energy around money. And then most of us, what we tend to do is we duplicate that, or we neurally pattern that. We choose that reality too. We sort of grow up in the soup of that reality, so to speak. And then we go on as adults when we sort of start really becoming engaged with our own reality with money, since we as adults, young adults, most of us start earning our own money, paying for our own stuff, having to engage with a financial reality on our own. We then reference what we were taught or what we experienced with and around money. And that's your sort of what I would call your financial comfort zone. Even if it's a negativity around money, or a debt-related or negativity-related zone around money, that's what you're comfortable with. If you grew up in a household where there was stress and strain around money, that tends to be what you feel like is home, what's real. If you grew up within a family that had a lot of debt, or always sort of a lot of volatility with money, or lack of money, or control with money, etc., 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 you'll tend to think that that's what money should feel like, that that's what your experience of money should be. And so that's then becomes how you create your financial reality, or where you choose money in your life from, and you then start dictating the kind of money that can show up, the kind of money that can't show up, the sort of financial situations that you're willing to receive, not receive, etc. So your financial comfort zone is sort of, it's this set point that your universe, your reality, you're receiving, you're having, the stance you take about what life is supposed to feel like and be like. You know, it's like, it's this set energy. I talk about this as akin to what they talk about in like exercise and diet science, where they talk about the body having like a set weight zone. Your body has like a set place where it feels most comfortable in terms of like volume and mass. And when like modern diet science and body composition science is talking about how you have to change your body's set point. And this is the thing where you hear about like people losing like a ton of weight, but then they go back to the same weight they were. And it's because they haven't actually changed their body set point. They haven't actually changed the neurological, biochemical set point that the body has. So the body will do whatever it can to reestablish its set point. So you have to change the set point. And this is completely the same as what we do with money psychologically and neurologically. So if you have a money set point, and that money set comfort zone could be debt. I had that. That's why I know this one well. I was sort of like more comfortable in debt. When I started to actually have money, it was extremely uncomfortable because it didn't feel normal. It didn't feel familiar. And everybody has these financial set points, and they're different for everybody. But knowing what your financial comfort zone is is extremely important if you want to have another choice. So changing your financial comfort zone is recognizing that you do have a financial comfort zone. And that might even be like a financial comfort zone could be having a set, steady salary and income, right? Liking to know that you have this certain amount of money coming in each month, and that's where you're comfortable. So if you were to go into commission, that set amount of money coming in per month would tend to lead towards employees, not people who are entrepreneurial. People who are entrepreneurial have to take a gamble on if there's going to be money coming in, and having huge variations on the amount of income per month, especially at the startup of a business. So you see how your financial comfort zone really dictates a lot of times your place in society and sort of like the jobs you're willing to do, the things you're willing to create and not do and create and choose. For me, having to do the same thing all the time to have the same amount of money is not fun. However, everybody has their own financial comfort zone, and you need to really look at what yours is. If you're in debt right now and you've been in debt for like a really long time, that is your financial comfort zone. You have to acknowledge what it is first without judgment. Key. Be like, okay, yeah, I'm like completely comfortable with negative money, you know? Okay, now, do I want to change this? Because for money to show up different in all of our lives, you actually have to change your points of view. You cannot have ease with money while you still harbor a bunch of negative or insane points of view about money, which of course I speak more about in another video about your points of view about money. Your point of view is what creates the filter of what you will allow into your life and what you will not allow into your life. And so if you're struggling with money, you have 100% some points of view that are creating that reality. So changing your financial comfort zone is this commitment to slowly, but persistently changing your choices and making different choices about money. The way that you change your financial comfort zone and alter your financial set point essentially is through choices. So if you tend to overspend as a way of achieving a financial comfort zone or set point, you notice that you're doing that first and foremost, and then see if you want to make another choice. And then that will then be followed by a million more choices. For me, one of the really big ones was noticing the way I was thinking sometimes around money, where I would be thinking like that there was a lack of money, or I would be doing this like, oh, I shouldn't spend the money there because then I had all these reasons for why I shouldn't spend the money or how I should budget, etc., etc. So I really had to pay attention to where I was functioning from, that there was a limit or lack of money, which frankly is an extremely prevalent point of view in people's worlds, that there's a limit. And newsflash, there is like no limit to money. As I've stated in the What is Money video, money is a concept. So there can't be a limit. There is no finite resource of money. Yes, are there finite resources on the earth? I think this is up for debate. And I'm not saying that what's going on with the earth right now, where the resources are being raped out of existence, is correct, but the way that people are going about it is what's creating the difficulty. The earth is generous, the universe is generous and abundant, energy is infinite. So if you're experiencing a sense of lack in your world, if lack is your financial comfort zone, that's a concept. There's some lie that you bought. There's some point of view that you took that there's lack, that lack is real, that you lack, that there is lack, that there isn't enough. None of which are true. Literally on an energetic level, none of that's true. There is no end and limit to energy. Energy is one of the building blocks of the universe. It is what we experience as matter. What are the ways in which you can have a life, living, and reality that works for you And what choices are you going to have to make to change the way you think and alter your financial comfort zone to be a financial zone of ease, joy, and glory, possibility, abundance, and knowing that there is always more choice. There is always something greater, and it's up to you to choose it or not have it.